In today's video, I'm gonna be fishing a popular tailwater for striper, muskie, bass, or anything I can get to bite. Let's get after them. Generally speaking, the most effective way to catch fish is to cover as much water as possible. And when you're bank fishing, that can be kind of difficult. So to make it a little easier on myself today, I'm gonna be using the Hovsco e-bike to hop around between spots on this river. But really quickly, before I start that, the first spot I'm fishing today is right over here, so let's get after it. I've used this boat launch quite a bit, but I've never actually really fished by it. It'll sound obvious, but normally when I'm here, I'm just focused on launching my boat. But this is where the parking lot is, so I figured, hey, might as well come down and give it a shot. Starting off with the A-rig. We're looking at probably like 4 or 5 feet of visibility. We're probably looking at, oh, there's a bass right there. I see a bass right there. We're probably looking at, I don't know, 6 or 7 feet of visibility over on this side. There's another bass. I see 2 bass here, guys. Let me try something else. Okay, I'm gonna try the jerkbait really quick. This is usually good in clear water. I don't know, if this doesn't work, we might have to go back to the truck and pick up a spinning rod. All right, nothing at spot number 1. Let's make our way over to spot number 2. So the way I'm gonna be moving around between fishing spots today is with the Hovsco Hovbeta electric folding bicycle. This thing is super clutch for bank fishermen, and you're in an area where carp... I forgot to strap my backpack down. And my rod's just smacked on the parking lot. Well, I'm gonna have to check my line in a minute to make sure it's not frayed by the parking lot, but I guess I can just put this thing on my back. I was gonna strap it down there on this very handy gear rack. Really nice for carrying around buckets or, you know, coolers or whatever you wanna bring fishing. But I just forgot to strap my backpack on it. Screen's probably flickering right now. It doesn't flicker in real life. It's got pedal assist if you wanna pedal, or you can just press the throttle right here, and it is a fully electric bicycle. Let's go find some fishing spots. All right, guys, well, we just came upon our first fishing spot here. It's kind of cool switching up your perspective. Like, I've fished this river by boat so many times, but I've never bank fished it. I mean, I've bank fished it up at the dam, but I've never just bank fished the river. We're gonna start chucking around the A-rig first. I think the A-rig might have a better chance right here where we've got a lot of current running through. All right, nothing on the A-rig at the first spot. Switch to the swim bait. All right, I'm gonna switch baits again. I don't know, I got spinner baits, chatter baits, jigs. Got this weird little craw crankbait. I need to try this thing. It is so cool. I don't have a rod right now that's light enough to throw it. I gotta use that at some point. Let's try a jig. That looks pretty good. There she is. Hopefully I don't just lose it to a snag. That would suck. Got one, got one. Good fish, really, oh my gosh, that's giant. That's giant. Oh, it's a drum. I thought it was I thought that, dude. Dude, I thought I had like a 3-pound bass on. Man, look at that, guys. Look at that golden river drum. Ate that jig right there, that's good looking bait. Look at those dots in his mouth, what are those? Those like teeth or something? I don't know. Thanks for biting though. Yeah, those drum are like, honestly, the most common thing I catch out here. This has got to be one of the best drum rivers on planet Earth. I mean, I don't have a ton of experience fishing other rivers for drum, but I feel like every time I fish here, I catch drum just like nonstop. Even when you're not using stuff you would think drum would really eat. Man, using a football jig like this, I'm really hoping for some smallmouth. Oh my gosh, guys, there's a giant buffalo carp right there. I wonder if this thing would eat it. It's like a 6-7 pounder maybe. All right, looks like that drum's the only fish we're gonna get at spot number 1. So let's move to spot number 2. Oh yeah, totally doable. I don't actually have like pre-planned spots. I'm just driving along this road, fishing basically wherever I can walk down to the bank. Like I said earlier, the goal is just to cover water. Now that I'm actually out here thinking about how hot and sunny it is, I don't know why the heck I didn't bring a wacky rig. That would have been perfect for today. With this jig, I gotta keep checking my line after every single cast, because I'm fishing this thing on 15-pound fluoro, which is pretty light for a jig. But it's just what I have on my like do everything rod. And I also want to fish like swim baits and spinner baits and stuff today too, so I didn't really want to bring a rod with like 25-pound test on it or anything. Seeing a lot of big buffalo carp swim. There's one. Oh, what the heck? See a lot of buffalo swimming around here. I don't think they would bite a jig though. Yeah, what am I saying? I've caught grass carp on whopper ploppers. Anything will bite anything. All right, nothing at spot number 3. Let's keep moving upriver. This bike is actually really fast. I'm going about 22 on it today, but if you unlock it with the app, you can actually go 30 miles an hour. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but 30 miles an hour on a pedal bicycle is pretty dang fast. I don't know, should I fish here? Looks like there's a lot of weeds. I don't really want to walk through poison ivy or anything. Actually, yeah, I can see a couple fish sitting down there. I don't know what they are, so I'm gonna just try a few casts here. Okay, so I think those fish are red horse or buffalo. Kind of hard to say, but they're definitely suckers of some kind. I can also see some underwater vegetation here, which is nice. I didn't have that at the last spot. And I mean, as you guys probably know, fish love hanging around that. Let's try the jig again. All right, let's head off to another spot. I don't really know, I guess I could just keep trying pretty much everywhere there's bank access, like right here, throw a few casts. I don't know, this spot might actually be pretty good. If you can see down there in the water, there's some pretty big boulders about, I don't know, 10 feet off the bank. Looks like good fish habitat. Let's check it out. It's nice being able to fish like every single little spot. If you have a car, you can't fish right here because there's no parking spot. With a bike, just leave it right by the guardrail. Ooh, look at this, clouds are coming out. This is a good time for the A-rig. No. Oh, I got it. Oh my gosh. This is like 25 bucks plus 3 jig heads plus 3 paddle tails. Do not want to lose that. There's one. Oh. Oh. I gotta let him take it for longer. Pulled it out of his mouth. Oh man, I probably scared it. It's probably not gonna bite again. There's a bass, there's a bass, there's a bass. Guys, I see a really good sized bass right there. It started to swim away right as I casted. That might be a bite. That's a fish for sure, 100%. Oh. Saw some bass swimming around down there. Got a couple bites, but missed the hook sets. I don't really know if it was bass. It could have been drum or something biting. But I'm gonna keep moving. The name of the game is just fish as many points as possible and you're gonna find fish. At this next spot, I'm gonna try some more lures though. Most of these spots I've just been throwing the A-rig and the jig, you know, just trying to hit top and bottom. But I might need to mix it up a little more because so far I've only caught 1 drum and that's not really good enough. Okay, I said I was gonna try some new lures. It's a pretty realistic looking little swim bait there. It's about 4 inches long. This is a Savage Gear 4-play, I wanna say. Also, I just broke off that jig, which is a real shame because I really like that jig. It's a pretty good looking bait right there. Used it once before, didn't catch anything on it. It's nothing like catching fish on baits you haven't caught a fish on yet. Well, there is stuff like it, but I don't know, it's pretty fun. Man, that thing moves really nicely. Let me see if you guys can, if I can run it past the camera here. There's a big old drum right there. I just hit the drum with this bait and he didn't bite it. These just random bank spots aren't really working out too well. I think if we get all the way up there, we might have a better shot. I say that just because it's deeper up there. There's some shade with the wall of the lock. You know, fish instinctively just swim upstream and they can't go any further when they get to the dam. So I don't know, we'll try it. Wow, there are not many people fishing. Usually when water's pumping out like that, there's quite a bit of people over there. Is that a bass? Guys, there's a good sized fish right there. Oh, that's a bass. Dude, that's a big fish. That's like a 3-pounder. There's one. Oh! Man, it's tough out there today, guys. Got a few bites I couldn't get to commit. Only caught a drum. So I think my best chances to actually catch some fish are gonna be over on that other side. If you've watched my channel for a little bit, you've seen me post videos over there. And when the water's running out of this dam, there is some crazy white bass action over there. But it's usually not good in the heat of the day like this. So I think I'm just gonna come back in the morning and try to catch them over there. But once again, if you guys are looking for an electric bike, this thing is super useful. for moving around between spots when there's not great vehicle access or parking. It's got fat tires so we can go on all sorts of terrain. If you look here, it actually folds in half so you can fit it in pretty much any vehicle you own. Or it's got 60 miles of range. I mean, you can probably just drive it from your house to a lot of places. But yeah, if you want to check out the Hovsco Hovbeta, I will leave a link in the description and in a pinned comment. And use the code that I'm going to put on screen to save yourself some money if you do want to pick one of these up. But right now, I'm going to go home, come back in the morning, and fish over on that side of the dam. Generator's about to kick off any minute. We're going to get some current here. Going for striper again. Today's going to be the day, y'all. Today's going to be the day. Actually, just kidding. We're going to start with the A-rig. I wonder if this initial wave of water is going to stir the fish up, get them to bite. Should I cast into their boat? I could literally cast into their boat if I wanted to. This is a super wide river and they can go all the way over there and they drive right in front of me. This guy I was just talking to, he's fishing right there and they're parking where he's casting. Like, what in the world? And now they're just driving through his line. What in the world? They're just driving right through his line. What in the world is going on? Dude doesn't even know where he wants to go. He's like driving over our line. Yeah, I hadn't seen somebody do that before. Yeah, I agree. I've only ever seen him go on the far side. Yeah, I believe it. There's a huge ball of shad right on the bank. I bet I could dip my net in and catch like 20 of them. And I can see a school of white bass under the shad, jumping up and eating them. Okay, I'm gonna try a jerkbait now. This is a Magnum saltwater X-Wrap that I have switched the hooks out on. That's what she looks like. It's a good looking bait. Pretty good striper bait. I've never caught a fish on it, but I know that it's a good striper bait. I don't know, we'll find out. There we go. That's not big. What is that? Oh, that's a... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a big white bass. Guys, that's kind of a tank white bass. He's skinny, but he's got like a really big frame to him. I don't know, that might go 2 pounds. Okay, 194. All right, let's put this guy back. See ya. Holy cow. I'm washing my fingers off. That water is so warm. Oh, that's got to be like 65, 70 degrees. There we go. Another white bass. Fish number 2. Not a striper. See ya, dude. Well, that's a goner. Dang. All right, broke that paddle tail off. We're gonna finish the morning with the A-rig. Old Faithful. Probably got like 5 casts left in me. Unfortunately, it's a good day to fish. I'd be out here all day if I could, but I gotta go to work. I'm sure almost everybody watching this knows the struggle. There was a bite. Didn't feel big. I bet it was a white bass. Man, don't you just love when people leave their cans and their fishing line and their trash here? Do you not like the spot that you're fishing? Like, do you want to fish in piles of trash? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. This may be where the muskie are, though. Actually, on the walk in, we saw a muskie sitting right over there. If you see that light pole. Muskie likes slow water, so if you're getting muskie, this is probably the spot. There's a fish. What is that? White bass, okay. White bass number 3 today. See you, white bass. Still on the hunt for a striper here at this dam. We're gonna keep after it. I don't know, I might even be back tomorrow. Appreciate you guys watching.